Hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. A lot of you already know why I'm here and I'm always here at this time of the week. But for anybody who's joined us new, I'd just like to let you know that I'm here to support you in case you guys have any kind of technical issues with respect to the lesson, your video's not working, audio's not working, you're not able to log in, any technical stuff. I'm here for you. Let's quickly recap how I can help you, and then we'll invite Jack upon. So, welcome to the class, everyone, once again. In case you have any kind of issues with your video, please try refreshing the window and just make sure that your connection is good. You can just refresh the window. If it doesn't work, then you can use the backup link that we sent you in your email, or you guys can also reach out to me directly at hello@learnbridgeonline.com, or you can use the chat widget on the website. I'm continuously monitoring that, so I'll be here to support you guys. I'd like to welcome all of you once again, if there are any new members as well. So welcome, guys. Before I forget, I'm gonna start the recording and invite Jack for the lesson. Hello.
Shruti,
I
I'm here.
can't, but I can't see you.
Hang on. There I am.
Oh, that was a sneeze. I hope you're feeling well, Jack, today.
Very well, thank you, Shruti. Just back from the ski bridge holiday on Saturday to Austria. So we took 47 people skiing and playing bridge. So that was lovely. And yes, I'm not here next week. I think Bashir has told you I'm having a week's holiday, a well-earned rest, some would say.
So that's also like a bridge holiday, or just you want to relax?
No, that's just a holiday with the family, with the children. Yeah.
Sounds good.
So next week, there'll be a pre-recorded lesson on, let me just think, no Trump overcalls. So I've done a pre-recorded lesson for the improvers at 11 o'clock on no Trump overcalls. So yeah, and then I'll be back live in 2 weeks.
Sounds good. So I'm going to let you take over and get out of your hair then, and I'll see you at the end of the lesson then.
Lovely, Shruti. Thank you for the intro. I'll see you at the end.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Everyone's saying bless you. Yes, I suddenly was had a bless you incident. Good morning, everyone. It's 11:02 UK time. I think we're ready. We just press a couple of buttons for the 2 Club Open. Yes, this is a review for the improvers. We have done it before, but it's really important to do it again because a lot of improvers, beginners, they really have the fear when. Hang on, my son's just ringing me. Hang on. Hello? Yeah, I've just started another live lesson. I'll call you in an hour. Okay, bye. Sorry, I just had to take that call. He kept ringing me. He's only 10 years old. So yes, we're doing a review of the 2 Club Open because let's face it, when you suddenly have 23 points in your hand or 26 points or whatever, it's a little bit scary if you're inexperienced. So let's have a look. So opening 2 clubs in bridge shows 23 points or more. It's forcing to game. Yeah. And it's what we call a conventional bid in bridge. It's nothing to do with having clubs at all. It doesn't mean you got clubs. You may not have any of them. You may have a void. You may have 5 of them. It's nothing to do with clubs. It purely shows a point count. And there are my golf clubs. Look, well, it was where I should be with my golf clubs on the practice range. Yes, a conventional bid in bridge is an artificial bid. So a bid that does not mean what it says. So the 2 Club Open is our first conventional bid. Well, for those who haven't learned it before, but we'll learn a few more at a later date. Some of you already have. Okay, so here we go. We've got 23 points. What would you open with this hand here? So, yeah, remember though, that all other two openers, two diamonds, two hearts, two spades, are weak twos, 5 to 10 points. But the two club bid is unanimously, wherever you play your bridge, as a two club opener. There you go, look. I've even got it in my bidding box next to me. You might have 27 points. You might have 29. You might have 30. Very unusual to have 29 or 30 points. You'd probably only get it once or twice in your bridge career. Let's look at how you might respond to a two club opener. Well, as you might expect, you can never pass. Partner does not want to play in two clubs. They probably may not have a club in their hand. What you do is you respond two diamonds with 0+ points, known as a waiting bid. You will do this 90% of the time. So again, this is an artificial bid as well. So if you're playing on BBO or online, you alert the two club bid yourself and you alert the two diamond bid yourself as well. It's artificial. This two diamonds means nothing to do with diamonds. It's purely a waiting bid or a relay bid, if you like. Okay? You might have no diamonds in your hand at all. It just really says, partner, tell me more about your hand. So, I've opened two clubs. What would you respond with that? 1 point, if anything. And I haven't said good morning if you're watching replay. It could be good afternoon or good evening. Welcome to the show. And for the improver class, this, of course, is a review. We have done the two club opener in the distant past, but really important because strong hands don't come up very often. When they do, it's important to get them right. So you might miss game, you might miss slam. Elizabeth cannot see the hands. Elizabeth, you must contact Shruti with the widget or email her hello@learnbridgeonline.com for Elizabeth, who cannot see the hands. Well, we're just doing the slides actually at the moment, Elizabeth. Can you not see this slide? So the chat box are all bidding two diamonds, the live chat box. Are you doing said replay? I hope so. It's a kind of mistake you only make once. There was a lady I used to teach in Scarborough. We'll call her Diana. Yes, she passed a two club opener. It was a disaster. They only had about 3 clubs between them at about 28 points. It's the kind of thing you only do once in your bridge career. And there, of course, is a caption of the waiting room. Yes. Is it a Degas? Any ideas who that painting's by? Bit of trivia pursuit. But yes, they're waiting. Two diamonds is a waiting bid. They're waiting in a room, look. Let's go straight into hand one. On BBO. I think Degas too, Tiggy. I'm not an expert. Yeah, so what would you open with a south hand? Should we count those points up? We need a calculator. Here's a live caption for you. 7, 10, 16. There's 23 points there. Say a few good mornings. Martin, good morning. Ita. Ita's in Ireland. Sabine. Ella, Errol, Chris and Ruth. We may have 1 or 2 here from the 9:30 class who are learning about two clubs for the first time. Again, we're going to go through it in a few weeks in more detail with the 9:30 class. We'll do this lesson again. Yes, two clubs. I'm going to alert it. Nothing to a clubs. North has got no points at all, but what do they bid, if anything? So I haven't got a cold yet. Zena, Richard, Ella, Juliet, Ruth, Chris, Jill. Yeah, you're all bidding two diamonds. Good. I'm going to alert it on BBO. It's artificial. If you're playing face-to-face bridge, the person opposite the two club opener brings out the alert card. If you're playing face-to-face out of the bidding box. If you're playing face-to-face in real life. What does South rebid now with their 23 points? And yes, just to reiterate, the lesson for the improvers next week, it's pre-recorded, is on no trump overcalls. So it'll be a suitable lesson very much for the improvers. And you can watch that anytime you like. Bajir will send you the link. Slightly shorter lessons, of course, next week because we don't have interaction in the chat box. No, just 2 spades will do. Don't need to jump the gun, pardon the pun. Over to North, responder. Well, do they bid anything now or not? Well, the chat box are all bidding. They're bidding 3 spades or 4 spades. Emma wants to know what Sal's 2 bid shows. Good question, Emma. It shows 23 points or more and a 5-card spade suit, unbalanced hand. Yeah, good question from Emma there. Morning, Emma. Yeah, we'll always show a 5-card suit. Yeah, never 4 cards, because if they're 4 cards, they'd be balanced. They'd be rebidding no trumps. Well, we've got a spade fit. We know partner's got 5 spades. We've got 3 as responder, so we must support the spades. And better to bid straight to 4 spades here to show the weak hand. One thing that's really important there, I was very impressed by, is none of you passed. No, when you open 2 clubs and you rebid a suit, it's 100% forcing to game. Yeah, so it's really nice knowing that you've got 1 bid in bridge that's really strong, that's forcing to game. That's why we use it. 2 spades again, Les, just shows an unbalanced hand with a 5-card suit or more. 23 plus points. Good. Queen of Diamonds lead. Okay, well, I hope you thanked partner for the dummy. That is a true Yarborough, by the way. I'm not going to explain to you what Yarborough is again, but do look on the internet if you want to know. Named after Lord Yarborough. But it's a hand with no card higher than a 9. And I did a bridge charity day yesterday for Macmillan. We did have a prize for the Yarborough, but no one actually won it. I think they had a 10 in their hand, but no, it has to be 9 or less. Oh, Maggie had one last night. I'm glad I wasn't your partner, Maggie. Maybe you can support my bridge charity next year. It's going to be the same date, around about the middle of March at Swinton Park Hotel in North Yorkshire. I'll mention it to you next time. We did have a few of my online people coming along for the first time. It was really nice to see you in the flesh. Well, not quite the flesh. Right, I digress. What do we do at trick 2? Just won the ace of diamonds. Do we draw trumps? Or do we do something else? You tell me. I'm just the puppet playing this hand. Would you draw trumps here? Or would you do something else? If you're watching in replay, you've got the benefit of the pause button. I've got the benefit of a cup of tea. Well, remember the main time we don't draw trumps is if we can create a void in dummy. So the technique is to look for a longer suit in declarer's hand than dummy, not including trumps. So very well done if you spotted the heart there. Yeah, good play. It's not always that obvious, especially when there's a doubleton in dummy. It's easy if there's like a singleton heart. But if there's a doubleton heart in dummy, nearly always right to create the void. Good morning, Manjit. Jill. Yeah, they do best to switch to a trump to try and take the trumps off the dummy. But we're back on with the hearts. Creating that void. Don't worry about losing a couple of tricks early on. And what do we do now from declarer's hand, having won the ace of spades? Morning, Tiggy, Jill, Ruth, Chris, Dee, Manjit, of course, Jane Holbert. maybe one or two special guests from the intermediate class here as well. We always welcome people from other classes, whether that be the 9:30 class this morning or the intermediates on Monday at 9:30. Well, of course, we need to make use of the void now by trumping and dummy. Let's just marvel at that for a second. That, everybody, is going to be our 10th trick to make game. Crucially, trumping on the dummy. Don't create a void in your own hand, declarers. Void on dummy. Come back to hand with a club. And we just play out our winners now. They're going to make their 10 of spades at some point. But we've done the hard work of trumping and dummy. I'll play you a high one just in case the 6 might have been out there and I'd forgotten about it. Slightly better spade than that one. But we're going to make the last 3 tricks, aren't we? Just play them out relatively quickly because we're on the home straight. Very good. So well done. I was impressed spotting, that creating the void in hearts was the only way to make the 10th trick. Otherwise, you'd lose 3 heart tricks and a spade for 1 down. You managed to trump that loser. We are going to do a lesson on trumping and dummy with the beginners stroke improvers at 9:30 on a Wednesday morning in a couple of weeks' time. Look out for that one. Just by the way, before we go on, if you were an international bridge player, which you may be one day, or had 6th sense, or just felt lucky, what lead would have defeated 4 spades, by the way? I know Queen of Diamonds was the normal lead. It's the lead I would have made. But what lead would have defeated 4 spades? If you had a kind of 6th sense, or perhaps were an international player. Yeah, quite right, chat box. 2 of spades trump lead would have defeated even the jack of spades actually lead. Yeah, because then you can take the trumps off the table. I think, you have to lead the 2 of spades specifically there. Yeah. Good. Let's move on back to the classroom. I've opened 2 clubs. What do you respond with that one with 10 points? Just a clue, if you're live or watching in replay, 90% of time you're going to bid the 2 diamonds relay, the waiting bid. I must say that to bid a suit here, which are a 5-card suit, opposite 2 club opener, if South was to bid 2 spades, it would show at least 5 cards. Depends on the partnership manjit. You might have different agreement, but my agreement and my recommendation is to bid 2 diamonds with these hands. So well done if you did that. Ooh, my mum's ringing me now. I'll just take this just in case. Hello? I am, and in a live lesson, I thought it was urgent. No, it isn't. Call you back. Sorry, Mum was calling me twice. I thought it was urgent. It's not. Jack's mum, that is, who you know. So, yes, we're bidding 2 diamonds here. Waiting bid. You might have 0 points, you might have 10, you might have 12. Just wait and see what happens. Never pass a 2 club opener. Okay, so how do I respond to 2 club opener? Well, you bid 2 diamonds, I just said the waiting bid, 0 plus points. You can make a positive every now and again, but to bid 2 hearts, 2 spades, 3 clubs, or 3 diamonds is known as a positive reply. Shows 8 or more points and a good 5-card suit. 2 of the top 3 honours. You must have a 5-card suit, Maggie, yes. And bonus marks if you can tell me what any of those medals are. I'm not going to, you don't need to write them down. I have no idea. But there's a lot of honours, aren't there? So you very rarely do this. So I've opened 2 clubs. What might you respond with that? Oh, well done, Martin, on your knowledge. So you've got 8 points, 5 hearts. Definitely, I think this lesson is going to help the improvers, give them more confidence, you know, when you've got a really big hand. Juliet, good morning. Dave's with us. Misty, Juliet, you're all bidding 2 hearts. This is a rare bid to make a positive reply to 2 clubs. It doesn't happen very often. There you go, 2 hearts. So 8 or more points and a good 5-card suit. Clearly, we're going to game. We might even end up in slam. Okay, but whenever you bid a suit after a 2-club opener, either responder or opener, it guarantees a 5-card suit always, or more, never 4. Here's a question. Can you open 2 clubs with less than 23 points? The answer is yes. If you've got a really, really strong hand, you can open on as low as, you know, maybe 20, 21 points, sometimes even a bit lower. So these hands here are incredibly strong. I mean, literally, that hand A is 3 losers, isn't it? Hand B is only 2 losers. Well, they both say hand A, it means hand B. But yeah, you can upgrade with a really, really strong hand with 2 or 3 losers, open 2 clubs. Yeah. Not all 3 loser hands either, but most of them. I mean, experience will tell you when. There's no hard and fast rules when to upgrade to 2-club opener. But just to point out that 2 clubs is not always, what we used to say about the 2-club opener is it's 23 points or more, or game in your own hand. Both of those hands want to be in game, even if partner's got no points at all. Yeah, so you can upgrade those to 2 clubs. I wouldn't want to open 1 heart on either of those hands. Partner might pass. Good. Okay, so that's just to point that out. Let's look at rebids now from the 2-club opener. So you've got 23 points. Partner's come back 2 diamonds. What's your rebid now as opener with that 23-pointer? What would you rebid if you're watching in replay? Yeah, it's a balanced hand. 23-24. You rebid 2 no trumps. We look. Good. Yeah, precisely 23 to 24 points balanced. Let's play hand 2 on BBO. One I prepared earlier. And what do we open on that? 7, 10, 15, 18, 23 points. I'm asking you because, you know, it's good to practice all these hands. Yeah, 2-club opener. Nothing to do with clubs. North, what do they do with their 3 points? Yes, you certainly can look for slam, Martin, with 33. Yeah, we'll look at that. You would be looking for slam. Certainly, Martin, if someone rebid 2 no trumps and, you know, North responder had 10 points, after 2 no trumps, Martin, they'd bid 6 no trumps with 33 between them. 33 for 6 NT. Yeah, you're going to bid 2 dimes. I'm even going to alert it. What's the rebid with 23? Yeah, I mean, when someone opens 2 clubs, Martin, you either end up in game or sometimes slam. Sarah M, nice for you to join us. Caroline, Liz W, all rebidding 2 no trumps, of course. 23-24 balanced. And back to North with their 3 points. Yeah, clear bit of 3 no trumps here. Knowing you got 25 for game. Let's practice the opening lead. What was West's lead to 3 no trumps? Two of clubs, remember, fourth highest of longest and strongest suit. It's a normal lead. Some of you are leading the queen. No, you lead the queen of clubs against a trump contract. You know, 3 hearts or 4 spades or whatever. But against no trumps, fourth highest of longest and strongest suit. Yeah, just to be clear. Now, I'm not going to play too quickly at trick 1. I'm counting certain tricks. There's 4 heart winners, 2 spades, 6. So we need 3 extras. So, low from that. Which one does third player play now? Which card does third player East play? If you're watching in replay, which one does East play as third player? Well, third player plays high, don't they? And when there's little ones in dummy, you play the highest card you've got as third player, i.e. the ace. Good. No, we're not doing a signal here, Martin. We're just third player play high. They would usually return a club. Okay. Was that 2 of clubs significant, by the way? You know they led the 2 of clubs. What was the significance of the opening lead? Any ideas? When they led the 2 of clubs, did that give us a message? It did say low for like Sarah, but also told us something else about how many clubs they have. When they lead the 2, yeah, it means they've got honor cards, correct? But it also means they've only got a 4-card suit. They can't have 5 or 6. So when they lead the 2, it must be their 4th highest. So that means we don't have to worry too much about losing the lead here because they can only take a couple of club winners. Right, which card do we play specifically from Declarer at trick 2 now? Which card should we play from Declarer's hand? I think we need to get to dummy. What the plan is to get to dummy and try and set up some spade winners. So yeah, the only way of doing that is with a 6 of hearts. That's our only entry, known as an entry. That we call them entries. It's our only entry to dummy. And would you play now? We're going to play spades, you see. We're going to finesse the spade. But do we play the 5 or the jack of spades? One is right, one is wrong. 5 or the jack of spades? Take your pick. We do have the 10D. But I have to tell you, almost everyone in the chat box playing the jack of spades, I'm afraid I have to give you the bad news that the 5 is the correct one here. The reason being, let's see why. If you played the jack of spades, would an experienced East player cover with the queen? Answer yes or no. So if we played the jack, which is wrong, of spades, would an experienced East play the queen of spades? Would they cover the honor with the honor? Answer yes or no. So imagine that I was sitting as East with the queen 6 of spades. I would definitely cover. That queen's going to be wasted otherwise. And look what happens. We play our king of spades. And we play our 10. But now the 9 of spades is promoted into a winner. That's why East did well to cover with the queen. They promoted then partners 9 of spades. Let's go back in time. But if we correctly play a low spade here, second player play low to the 10, now we play the ace of spades, crashing the queen, small one to the knave, and we make all 4 spade tricks, you see, this way. So yeah, it's always difficult though to know whether to play a low one or the jack there. What do we do now, everyone? We're still a trick short. Which card should we play from the dummy? We're 1 trick short, aren't we? And I think we've got 9 actually. No, we're not a trick short, but it costs us nothing. Yeah, hang on, let's add up. We've got 4 spades, 4 hearts 8, and the club 9. So actually, we can play a heart, can't we? We only need 4 more tricks. We don't need to play a diamond here. The ace of hearts, king of hearts. We can just take our winners, can't we? King of spades. We're not going to make any over tricks here. King of diamonds losing to the ace. And they take their winning clubs. Like that. So the story had a happy ending. We made our 3 no trumps. You could have made it. You could have got round it, actually. If you'd played the jack of spades, you would have still made it. They'd have covered with the queen, but then you'd have made an extra trick from diamonds. So you would have got away with it if you'd have played the jack of spades from dummy, which was a mistake, because they can take their 3 club winners and their ace of diamonds, and they wouldn't make a spade. As long as you didn't play out all the spade winners, you would set up a trick for your diamonds. So very good, 3 no trumps. Let's move back to the classroom. 9 tricks made. Okay, 2 clubs is forcing to game, except there's only one time a 2 club opener is not forcing to game, and it's in this specific sequence. If you open 2 clubs, partner responds 2 diamonds, waiting bid. The rebid is 2 no trumps, showing 23, 24. Responder should pass with 0 or 1. It makes sense, doesn't it? You haven't got enough for game. But that's the only time that you can stop short of game, is when the rebid is 2 no trumps and you're sitting there with 0 or 1 point. It wouldn't make sense to bid game, would it? No. Okay, so here's the slide. I've opened 2 clubs. You've bid 2 diamonds. I've rebid 2 no trumps. Over to you as responder. Anything? Do you bid or do you pass? But if North rebids a suit, you see, 2 hearts or 2 spades or whatever, we're in a forcing to game situation. It's just when they rebid 2 no trumps, showing a balanced hand. Have you ever tried playing 2 no trumps when partner's passed, either opening 2 no trumps or rebidding it, and partner's got 0 or 1 point? It's not a pleasant experience because you can never get to dummy. You're having to play everything out of your own hand. You're not going to make it. So well done. This is the one time you would pass. Does make sense, doesn't it, if you think about it? Well, it should do. Okay, similar auction. This time you've got 2 points as South. What should you bid with here? Do you pass or do you bid? You've got 2 points as responder this time. Yeah, I'm very confident that this will boost confidence for the improvers now when you pick up 23 or 25 points. Yeah, there we go. 3 no trumps. Enough for game. Good. Well done, Juliet, TJ, Sarah M, etc. Let's play the 3rd hand on BBO. Another Yarborough. Gosh, lots of points there. It's definitely a two-club opener there. I'm not going to bother to add them up. Where are we? 7, 10, 16, 24 points. So two clubs opener. Responder, do they bid anything? 0 points. A Yarborough. No card higher than a 9. You can Google Yarborough for the history of it. Why is it called a Yarborough? I have told you before. Named after Lord Yarborough. But there is a story behind it. Oh, Stuart, good morning. Richard, you're all bidding 2 diamonds, of course. Alerting it. 2 spades is the rebid. Back to North. What do they do next, if anything? Well, we can't support the spades just yet. I think we bid 3 clubs here. Our 5-card suit. Yeah. We can't support the spades because we don't have 3 of them. South's only promising 5. So 3 clubs here. Over to South. What's their next bid, do you think, as opener? One thing we can't do is pass. 1 or 2 of you pass. No. North must keep going to the bitter end. Yeah, South bids their second suit to show 5 and 4. Well done. And back to North. Yeah, they clearly bid 4 hearts. Must keep going to game. Forcing to game. And there's a 5th, Pamela, correct. King of clubs lead, promising the queen. Well, again, I hope you thank partner for the dummy, but they did well to keep bidding because South has got a monster hand. Literally a 3-loser hand. Okay, I've decided my strategy here, whether to draw trumps or not. I wonder whether you have as well. What card should we play next as declarer, as South? Do we draw trumps or something else, do you think? Well, interesting. The problem about creating the void here is that East would soon over rough. When you've got a 4 forfeit, you generally don't need to create the void so soon. So we can actually play off 2 rounds of trumps here when you've got the 4 forfeit. So you can play off the Ace King of Hearts, leaving the Master Queen of Hearts out there. Rule of 1, if there's one left higher than yours, then leave it out. So now we can set about the spades, starting with the king. Bit dangerous to get to dummy. They win with the ace. And continue with the queen of clubs, which we rough. But we continue with the forcing strategy of getting out the queen of spades, which we do. Say they switch to a diamond. Win with the queen. 10 of spades is a winner. East will probably rough with their queen of hearts now. Continue with a diamond. Win with the king. Trump a losing spade in dummy. You see, the beauty of here is that we've still got 2 trumps left in dummy. Club rough. And we've got overlapping winners now at the end. Ace of diamonds. And a spade and a trump. To just make 10 tricks. Not an easy hand to play, that one. 8 ever, Juliet. 8 ever, 9 never only applies when you're missing the queen for finessing purposes. Yeah. Here, just better to play the ace, king of hearts. And then you've got those 2 trumps left in dummy, you see. Yeah. Problem about creating a void in spades here is that soon East would over rough with the 10 of hearts and the jack of hearts. So best to play the ace, king first. Most 4-4 fits, you can play the ace, king first. Right, let's go back to the classroom. Okay, I've opened 2 clubs. You've bid 2 diamonds. Waiting bid. Could be 10, 12, 14 points. Unlikely, but could be. I've rebid 2 spades, showing a 5-card suit. What next for you with your 0 points there? Do you bid? If so, what? Yeah, you must keep going. I think it's a very familiar theme now in this lesson this morning that you have to keep going even with nothing. That's why we're giving you no points, to tempt you. Yeah, there you go, 3 clubs. Good, keep the bidding going regardless. Partner could be incredibly strong. You know, they might have a 2 or 3 loser hand to opening 2 clubs. They might have 27 points. Well done. I think we've got the message there. Yeah, this is how the bidding proceeds, progressive. So you've gone 2 diamonds. I've come back 2 spades. You've rightly bid 3 clubs. I've now rebid 3 spades. What next for you is south, do you think, if anything? Yes, I was just speaking to Lorna yesterday, who came along to the charity do. And yeah, Lorna wanted more reviews, so here you are, Lorna. Here's a review. Can't have too many reviews, I don't think. We'd never learn anything new. And you've always got the option of going back to the beginner stroke improver class at 9:30, any of you, if you're struggling with these some of these topics we've done recently. Yeah, so I've repeated the spades, effectively showing 6. So bid 4 spades there. Good. We've got the fit 6 and 2. That's the full hand look. See how strong, you know, the 2 club opener can be. That's a 3 loser hand. You know, effectively gaming their own hand, really. So that's why it's so important to keep going. And here you just draw trumps and play out the diamonds. Yeah, draw trumps and then get out the ace of diamonds. Let's move on to hand 4. Should take us nicely up to the end. $24 points, 2 clubs. I'm not going to ask you every single time now. I'm not going to ask you again what you bid with the north hand, because I know you're going to bid 2 diamonds. South's rebid there, we'll ask you about that. There's no need to jump to 3 hearts or 4 hearts here. You can take it nice and slowly so you can investigate. Yeah, no need to jump. We are in a game forcing situation now. Showing a 5-card suit and 23 points or more, this 2 hearts. Over to north, what do they bid, if anything? 0 points, nil point. Excuse my French accent. Another Yarborough. Odds of getting a Yarborough, 1 in about 1,800. That's quite rare. In fact, we had a special prize yesterday. I said, yeah, no one won the prize for a Yarborough yesterday in the charity bridge day. Yes, 2 spades. We need to keep the bidding going. With something. South rebids 3 hearts. That's right, D. And North, everyone? Anything more for them or not? Yes, so next week, you'll have a choice of 2 pre-recorded lessons here. The main one for this class will be the no trump overcalls. You're also welcome to watch the pre-recorded lesson for the beginners stroke improvers, which is on practicing week 2s and week 3s. So that's all available. Both those lessons are available pre-recorded next week for you. Yeah, so clearly North must bid 4 hearts here. South's repeated the suit, promising 6. Okay, well, it's looking a bit grim, isn't it? The dummy. Not much to go. I'm just deciding whether to draw trumps. I think I've made up my mind. It's easier for me. I have seen this hand before. Okay, so should we draw the trumps or not? Which card should we play from Declare now, trick 2, having won the ace of clubs? Ruth's wondering why the jack. Because sequence leads are very good in bridge against trump contracts, Ruth. We only lead the 4th highest against no trumps. So against trump contracts, Ruth, the jack promises the 10. Those are much better leads. The king promises the queen, top of a sequence. Well, is this time to create a void in dummy? Look for a suit that is longer in Declarer's hand than dummy. We've got 3 diamonds in our own hand. There's only 2 in the dummy. It's time to get the... No, it's time to delay drawing trumps. Well done if you spotted that. Or the 5 of diamonds. I don't mind which. Yeah, low diamond is fine. Chris, quite like a low diamond there. Okay. That's great play, creating that diamond void on dummy. What does East play back now, though? Which card should East play? Having won the 10 of diamonds. Just wait for the chat box to catch up. What would you do if you're watching in replay? If you're defending this hand, having won the 10 of diamonds? Well, what you must do is think, hang on, Declarer is trying to use those trumps on dummy. So why? It'd be a really good defense to try and clear off those 2 trumps, the 5 of hearts and the 2 of hearts. You know, let's hope that partner's got the king of hearts or the ace of hearts and can clear off those 2 trumps. So well done for switching to a trump. Chris helping us out there. But luckily we've got the ace and the king. And crucially now, well, what do we do now? I will ask you, having played the king of hearts, what do we do next? So we've had a couple of trumping on dummies today. Always good to practice that, because it is a bit of a grey area for improvers and intermediates. Bit of a smoke screen. Yeah, don't forget to trump the losing diamond now. Just marvel at that for a second or 2. That is going to be our 10th trick. Yeah, it's like a magic trick, really. Some of you will find it quite difficult to see that, why we're doing it and the technique. Well, in a couple of weeks' time at 9:30 on a Wednesday, I believe we are doing trumping in dummy. You'll just have to double check. I'll tell you anyway. I always tell you what lessons are coming up in the live class. Well done. What next from the dummy? Doesn't matter if Queen of Hearts is with East Shield, makes no difference. What next from the dummy? Spade or a club? Do you think? Have we got some unfinished business to do? We have. This is our last time in dummy. So it's very important to play a spade, to take the finesse. Otherwise, we won't be able to. We'll go down. So really important to take the spade finesse because this is our last time in the dummy. There we go. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Luckily, the spade finesse worked. Now we can try and go back to drawing trumps. Yeah, trumps have divided 4-1, which is annoying, but we're still going to make our contracts. Let's play out the winners. King of clubs. Take their heart, but that's it. Last two are trumps. So there we go. 420, actually 620 if I'm making 4 hearts there, despite the 4-1 break. But we did need the spade finesse. Again, if you had 6 cents or an international player, but an international player would not lead a trump from Queen 10 XX. No. Declare might easily have had Ace King Jack. So yeah, you'd only lead a trump if you could see into the future there. And it would have defeated the contract. But no, Jack of clubs is the normal lead. I would never lead a trump from Queen 10 XX. Very dangerous. Declare I might have Ace King Jack. You're just giving away a trick. Yeah, generally don't need a trump from an honor card like Queen or Jack or anything like that. You know, but fine to lead a trump from, 2 little ones, 3 little ones, 4 little ones, etc. And well done. Definitely, if you're watching in replay or live, if you've got that diamond void going straight away. Yeah, you do need to do it straight away. Otherwise, the trumps disappear from dummy. Let's go back to the classroom. Okay, so it's the end of the class. But if you remember just 3 things today, an opening bid of 2 clubs. There it is. It's 23 plus points. Could be slightly less if you've got a really, really lovely long suit. It could be 20 points if you've got a 2 or 3 loser hand. And it's nothing to do with clubs. It's artificial, so you should alert it. Always respond to a 2-club opener. 95% of the time, you'll get a bid 2 diamonds as a waiting bid. Artificial. Only time you won't is with 8 points or more and a good 5-card suit. Make a positive response to 2 clubs, i.e. 2 hearts, 2 spades, 3 clubs or 3 diamonds. Oh, well, that's it. We have finished the lesson. And I'm sure that this is going to give you definitely the improvers more confidence on bidding strong hands now when they come up. They don't come up very often, but when they do, it's important to get them right so you don't miss out on game or even a slam. Good. Well, glad you enjoyed the lesson. Thank you, Pamela, Tiggy, and Ita. I will enjoy my week away next week when I pack my suitcase. Yeah, I think reviews are always good. You can only learn so many new things. I agree with you, Manjit. Very important to go back and consolidate as improvers. Oh, yes, thank you, Caroline. You enjoyed my new lesson on Monday. Yes, on the replay. For the more experienced, yeah. Thank you, Ella. Shruti, are you there? We finished a couple of minutes early.
Hi, Jax.
Hi,
Look,
Shruti. Right.
the lesson ended early.
Yes, it was a review. It's a topic we've done in the past. I think for some people it might have been new. We might have had some of our people coming in from the 9:30 class. So it would have been new for them. But we'll be covering it again with the 9:30 lot in a few weeks' time. But yes, no, I think everyone enjoyed the lesson. Always good to review some of these things, especially the more difficult topics.
Definitely. So,
Um,
shall we wait if anybody has any questions?
yes, we'll just wait to see if they do. They're all wishing me a nice holiday, which is good.
Yeah. When do you leave, by the way?
I leave on Saturday afternoon. Yeah, I'm
And
going
you'll be
on a
gone
family ski
for
trip.
for a whole week?
Yeah, just a week. Yeah, with the children, which will be lovely. So it'd be nice to
Sounds
get
great.
away. Uh, and are you having a good week, Shriti? What are you up to?
Yeah, I'm having a fantastic week. I'm staying here in Udaipur, city in India. I'm staying at my in-laws' place.
Oh,
So that's
right.
kind of fun.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm.
How long are you there for?
Um, till the end of this month, really.
Oh, at the end of the month. Oh, right. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So you
It's a
don't
change of
you get
place.
do they you get a break from the cooking, do you?
Yeah, anyway, I don't cook a lot.
Oh, right. You don't. The cooking's not my thing either. I try and
Yeah.
avoid it if I can.
I
um,
sometimes enjoy like if I don't have to do anything at all, then I mean I cook, but it's not something that I love to do every day. So
No, no. I think you either love cooking or you don't like it. So I'm definitely in the don't like it. I'm the can't cook. There used to be a program on England, Shooty, called Can't Cook, Won't Cook, and definitely I would have been the star of that show.
there are many people in line for that.
Yeah, but actually, a lot of men, my age and younger, older, they love cooking. They do most of the cooking in their family. They really like creating like a restaurant quality dish. So
Yeah,
yeah, but each to his own.
sure.
Sarah's hoping there's some snow. Yes, we are going on a ski trip. I haven't actually looked at the forecast yet, but I will do this afternoon. Um, but otherwise, I can see some people are typing, but maybe we'll have to go. Oh, Sarah's
Many top
commenting.
chefs are men.
Yeah, they are, funnily enough. I think that's inspired probably, Sarah, a lot of men to cook. Jeremy's enjoyed the lesson. He's found it very interesting. I think it's just given them more confidence, Shruti, this two-club opener, when they have lots of really good hand in bridge, how to deal with it. So, I'm delighted to do that. And as I say, next week they'll be doing no trump overcalls. It will be the pre-recorded lesson that I recorded a couple of days ago. Well, listen, Shruti, I won't see you next week, but we'll meet again in 2 weeks' time.
Yes, we'll be here after 2 weeks, and I hope you have a great time on your holiday.
Thank you. Yes, I'll be packing the suitcase. Well, I'll probably do it last minute, actually. Typical man. I'll do it probably about an hour before we leave.
Okay, I think it's a good time to say goodbye then.
Very good, Shruti. Yes. Nice. Thank you for
Okay.
introducing the class. I will see you in 2 weeks. I'll say bye-bye, everyone.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Bye. Have
Bye,
a great
Caroline.
week ahead. Bye, all.